Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. In today's video, we're going to be, well, taking a look at this incredibly awesome Craftsman Toyota Camry for Christopher Bell here. This is a brand new paint scheme for the 20 car, and holy cow, man, I think it has a semi-gloss finish to it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it right out of the box. Alrighty folks, brand new. Here she is. What a amazing paint scheme, and yes, I can say this does not have a gloss finish to it. It has a very semi-gloss finish. But look at this paint scheme, guys. I mean, you have the very, very bright, potent red, and then you kind of have like this modern charcoal black just design across the whole bottom of it. Just such a cool looking paint scheme, my dude. And it's been a couple years since we had a Craftsman car. Of course, you had the one from Wave 12 back in 2018. Then you had Eric Jones' 2019 one, which both of them, well, both of them. One of them was really good. So anyways, over to the nose of the diecast here. Got Craftsman right there. Every time I see the Craftsman logo on a stock car, I think about the old NASCAR games with Craftsman being a sponsor. Got Bell right there with the Toyota logos. You got We Build Pride right there. I guess that's their new slogan for the Craftsman camp. You got over to the front of the car. Now, what's really interesting is the last two Bubba cars I reviewed. I tell you what, the front ends on those cars are absolutely perfect, and I want to say they almost got this one perfect, guys. So I don't know if they're just this like current batch of cars, which this came with those Bubba cars. I don't know if that batch was really good, you know. Maybe they had, I don't know, a little bit more time for quality control, but I must say the front end on this car looks absolutely fantastic. So great job lining out with this one. Got the number 20 right there, K&N. You got Sunoco right there. Go to the left side of this car. Of course, you do have the Joe Gibbs Racing logo on the nose. But this whole paint scheme here, guys, I mean, look at this. It's, you know what it kind of reminds me? It kind of reminds me like one of the, like, if you have like a Craftsman drill or something. The grip where you hold the drill, and it kind of has that, like, modern pattern to it. That's what it kind of reminds me of here. I mean, this little panel right here with kind of the jagged edges, kind of a fine-tooth comb, so to speak, right there with the contingencies, which are present on this freaking diecast here. Great freaking design here. I love it. The red, the semi-gloss finish. This is a hot-looking diecast here, and I tell you what, I think it's still in stock over there at Circle B Diecast, and I think they also have the metal chassis and rubber tire version over there at Circle B Diecast. I know they made it for the Ream car. I don't know if they made it for the Craftsman one, but they just released a whole bunch of them, so if you want to check that out, head on over to Circle B Diecast and Plan B Sales, and whenever you go to check out, any orders $20 or more, make sure to use the promo code down below. Ironically, number 20 on the card, $20 order. Imagine that. So you got Craftsman right here. You got the pristineauction.com. There's a little bit of a nuance right there on the S. Kind of looks like a Z or a backwards 7. You got C Bell right there. I like that. How they put the C and then just Bell. That's pretty cool. You got the Toyota logo right there. Joe Gibbs Racing, Ream, Interstate Batteries. I tell you what, they need to make an Interstate Batteries number 20 car. I think that'd be really cool. You got Sport Clips, random looking Cougar there. You get, what is it? Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders, Mobile One, Simeons, and whatever that is. The Goodyear logo's a little bit off, but you know what? With the front being darn near perfect, I can live with that. You got Cup Series, and of course you have Race Car there. You got American Ethanol on the side quarter panel. Over to the back end of this car now. I'm not sure if this is how the back end of the car is supposed to be wrapped. You can see the visitcraftsman.com logo is actually sideways, but you know what? It actually kind of looks cool that way. Sometimes, you know, making your logos a little bit crooked kind of looks cool. You know, we see it on the hood designs, like, you know, with the Auto Owners diecast for, like, Martin Truex Jr. or whatnot. But I'm just going to look at this and say, oh, it's just a giant bumper sticker. That's what I'm going to say, even though it's probably supposed to be flat. You do have some sort of, like, a decal ink problem right there on the right tail light there, the little yellow line that's generally present if the printer or whatever they use has some sort of defect or needs to be cleaned off, something like that. You got Camry right there, XSE, then Toyota. Got the number 20. The spoiler in the back end of the car is still with a very, very sharp satin / semi-gloss finish. And I tell you what, man, this is certainly one epic diecast. Like, you know, if you could get the Ream car, get it, right? Because it's a Christopher Bell freaking Cup car, the first ones ever to be produced. But if you could get this one or the Ream car, I would recommend picking it up. And unfortunately, they actually canceled a lot of Christopher Bell cars recently. One of his Toyota paint schemes they canceled. I think his Sirius XM paint scheme they canceled. I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen more of them. So this could be the last Christopher Bell car we get for a while. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Make sure to get it while you can. Now, I don't think this one's going to dry up like the year of the flood. I think there's going to be enough gumbo, so to speak, in the pot. But I mean, this is a fabulous freaking car. I mean, it really is. The bright red, the black, the finish on this diecast. This is a really well done paint scheme, and I'm already seeing almost a 10 out of 10 in terms of paint scheme design. I mean, this one is just really, really well done. Now, the window piece here, it's a little bit off, but you know what? It happens. The problem with this is not, okay, they didn't properly build it. The problem with some of these plastic pieces is the pieces itself. Sometimes when they're molded, some of the pieces, they're wider or they're thicker, X, Y, and Z. They don't want to fit properly. So sometimes it's actually not, the builder's problem. It's really the manufacturing, the molds where they cast the plastics and the metal and stuff. If the rivet is very loose, then the window is going to be loose, right? You can't do nothing about that because the way they build it with a rivet. They don't use glue. So, like I said, sometimes you kind of have to give them some slack because if the mold is off of this plastic windshield, if it's bent a certain way, they can't go back and try to bend it back. They have to kind of just roll with it. So that's one thing about custom diecast and whatnot. But get the number 20 right here on the roof. And this is a Joe Gibbs Racing tradition where the number 20 is the flat font right there, the flat font. And then you have the Tony Stewart font on the doors. But I tell you what, this is a very well-proportioned paint scheme. I love how they did with the Craftsman logo here as well. So you can see how the outline they have on the hood. I like that. It breaks it up, gives it some depth. But they took that off for the side panel, which notice this Craftsman logo is more complete than that one. But you can see how they didn't put the white background to it. I like that. I like when sponsors are willing to break the mold, so to speak, to kind of decorate their car. I like that. That is a very smart design. Of course, you have Craftsman right there on the roof flaps. Very, very sharp. Now, this one's a little bit goofy here. You get the Christopher Bell logo, and clearly the bell is not right there in the middle. You can see right there with the middle archway on the plastic back window. But actually, you know what? Maybe the window's off. You know what? That might be what it is. Check this out, guys. So, right there, pretty much where that Toyota Camry logo is, that's the middle of the car. It's not that far off. I think what it is just the wording is so small that it's like a fraction off, and it makes it look like a lot worse, because I don't think that middle window bar right here is actually perfectly centered. I could be seeing things. Who freaking knows? But anyways, this is another funny thing I noticed with this box here, guys, and you might get a kick out of this. So this is not a metal chassis rubber tire 164, even though they're going to be making it with the Joe Gibbs Racing one. Like I mentioned, they released a whole bunch of them over there at Circle B. I'm talking, they had a crap load of Chase Elliott ones. They had some, I want to say they had a Cole Custer one, I think. They had a whole bunch of them. It was like 10 different ones. So you want to go check them out. They're limited to 576 for each one. But check this out right here. So, this is the normal ARC box, but it says Limited Edition Adult Collectible. Why do they even have this on here? It's really puzzling to me, but check this out. Even the Denny Hamlin one here, the Express Toyota Camry, has the same logo. Check this out. Even the Ream one. So, I have two theories here, guys. It's either A, they accidentally put the wrong logo, because what it is, they have a computer template and they already have these preset. At least this is how I think it works. They have a preset and they can choose between, when it says ages 4 and up or limited edition adult collectible. They might have accidentally put the wrong one and then submitted the production run. Because on the metal chassis 164 boxes, the boxes are like a dark charcoal, right? You've seen it on my Interstate Batteries metal chassis review. So that's a little bit of a fun fact there. I highly don't think this is something they're going to do permanently. I think this is just a simple flaw. But you know what? It kind of makes the diecast a little bit cooler knowing it's a limited edition collectible. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff there. But yeah, just want to kind of show y'all that. But absolutely, guys, what a fantastic looking diecast here. The Craftsman Toyota Camry is certainly a piece that I would. It's, in my opinion, this is probably going to be the best Christopher Bell release all year long. It really is. It's just that good of a paint scheme. And of course, you can stay tuned a little bit later tonight. We're going to be reviewing the Joey Logano Panzilla car. The first one since 2019 to get produced in the clean ARC box. So, what do y'all think about this car? Make sure to comment down below what y'all think about it. I gotta say, man, I'm going to give this a 9.8 out of 10. I really am impressed with Joe Gibbs Racing's work with this one. The Craftsman Toyota Camry, best one released yet. Better than the 2019 Eric Jones. Obviously better than the 2018 one. That thing belongs in a trash can, unfortunately, but this one is a very well done paint scheme. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Well, it's better than Craftsman, but still a awesome diecast. Have a great one, folks!